What's up, guys? And I'm here. Wanted to bring you guys a couple of knives, all budget, in different locking types. So first up here, without wasting any time, we have the Ontario Knife Company. This is the Camp Plus Forest, and this is sporting a lockback. This is actually one of the only lockbacks I own, but it is definitely a really handy knife. You have FRN handles here and a 420 steel. This was a giveaway win from another YouTuber, and this has been really handy, especially because of this locking type. It makes it very capable for harder use. I use this typically for like my gardening and outside work. I leave this in a kitchen drawer if anybody needs to, just use a knife for, any type of, just harder use or opening things or, prying things. I mean, definitely a thin blade stock on this, so not the best to pry with, but it gets the job done. Again, this has 420 steel, so I'm not too familiar with, the strength and, durability of it. I would say this is not the best type of steel, but it does sharpen up and hone quite nicely. So it has a really sharp edge when you strop it up. This is a clip point blade. This one is a very inexpensive model. You can typically find this for about under 20 bucks. I believe if you go to Ontario Knife Company, they have them under 20 bucks. Maybe you can buy them used. Wire pocket clip, I love this. Very easy in and out of the pocket. And nice and grippy FRN also. Nice little choke up spot right here, so you can, definitely get into cuts right here. And like I said, again, thin blade stock, so it is quite slicey. So this is a definite user. And reversible pocket clip here as well. So yeah, guys, cool little knife, nice little lockback, super simple. Nail nick right here, Camp Forest Plus, black on the blade. Yep, cool pick right here. Next up, we have one of my favorites, the QSP Canary. This one's sporting, of course, the liner lock. Again, a really good budget option. This one, you have multiple different color options. You can get a stonewash blade or this black stonewash blade. This one is sporting neon green G10 on the scales, reversible deep carry pocket clip, filler tab on this other side of the pocket clip, so that's a little nice added detail. You have a 14C 28N blade here. Nice, drop point on this as well. Super smooth running on bearings, so the action is great on this, especially when it breaks in. You have just amazing action. Very fidgety knife. I love carrying this one. Super light as well. A little bit smaller, probably about I want to say maybe 7 inches or just under 7 inches. So it's a bit smaller, but it's this very easy to carry knife, especially in shorts and stuff. You have the speed holes for extra speed. Really nice access to that liner lock as well. So it makes it quite comfortable to disengage it. And yeah, perfectly placed thumb studs, and for my hand at least, nice ergonomics also. Wish they would have had some jimping here, but being a budget knife, I can't be too harsh with it. And other than that, I mean, it hits the mark on every single other thing. Captive pivot on here as well, so you don't have to worry about it being free spinning. You can just hit it with your Torx T8. So yeah, super nice stock on the blade as well. It's not the thinnest, but it definitely is a really good slicer because of the full flat grind. And I actually really like this stonewash. I usually don't like black blades, but this one, it does have a really nice, kind of used look almost. Well, this one is used definitely because I've been using it. I'm almost, fading away this wash right here, this black wash. But yeah, I like the finish that QSP does on their black blades here with stonewash. So yeah, That is the QSB Canary. Nice and snappy. No, yeah, let's do this one. This is the CRKT Pillar 3. Really, really awesome knife. This one, I have it a bit more modified. Instead of the original G10 handle, I have it with this Flightanium micarta scale, and this one is nice and contoured, so you get a little bit better purchase on the actual blade right here. It just contours a little bit better as far as like in your hand, and that obviously is something you can add on, but it comes originally with G10, which is still good. The G10 is flat, so you can kind of feel it. It's not the most comfortable, but I definitely love the all-around design of this knife right here. And that frame lock right here, really nice also. Not the best access to it, but the more you grip onto this knife, the more engaged that lock is. So that's actually a little bit more, just gives you a little bit more of, what's it called? It makes you feel more secure, pretty much gripping onto this. This one, you're sporting a Stonewash D2 blade, kind of more of a sheep's footy, maybe a spear point. I mean, I don't know what kind of blade shape you would call this, but it's very, very handy. I absolutely love this. This is a Voxnez design, very similar to those designs he comes out, giant mouse, all that. This is kind of like the budget version of, like say a Biblio or all the other Voxnez designs that he comes out with. Really like the brass backspacer here for your lanyard. Also, deep carry pocket clip, not all the way deep carry, but it's doable. Absolutely love the thumb hole right here to flick it out. Really nice acoustics too. Really nice on bearings as well. CRKT, not known for the best action, but this one I think delivers, especially for the price. These maybe go around, I think maybe 40, 50 bucks. You can probably find them used for less. I know I got this one off eBay for maybe 30 bucks, maybe a little bit more, but yeah, really cool knife. Really love the choil here, very ergonomic, and it feels great in hand, quite slim also. So it's not too, broad. And the thickness of the blade here, it is quite thick. This one, you can definitely, get into some more serious cuts, but it is still very slicey. I found that this one, even though it is a thicker blade, it still is quite slicey. And that Stonewash, I absolutely love it. Love the look of that. So yeah, guys, that is the CRKT Pillar 3. Next up, let's do this one. This is the Land 842B. This one is sporting an axis lock right here. And it has, whoa, this thing's super dirty, VG10 steel. Kind of an underrated steel in my opinion. I absolutely love VG10. It's a nice corrosion resistant steel, and it sharpens and hones up super, super toothy, and in my opinion, super, super slicey, especially with this type of grind on it. Real nice high flat grind. This one, you do have a deployment disc here, and I found that this is very comfortable, especially when you put your thumb right behind it. It feels really good. You got yourself the access lock here. Not the best action. I'm not a huge fan of access locks, but this one snaps out quite comfortably. It is running on washers, so it's a little bit more of a glassy feel when you're dropping and opening this one, but I enjoy this. G-mask is on the handle here, which is a mix of G10, pretty much two different color G10s to get this kind of like pattern and color. So I think that's fun. I really like that. We have a G10 backspacer here, deep carry pocket clip. We do have a captive pivot on here. And again, really smooth on those washers. Really like the blade shape on this also, kind of a drop point. And I found that this is, a very, very slicey blade. Very nice user. And that access lock, you know, gives you a little bit more confidence when in cuts and stuff. You know, super solid lockup. Of course, with this one, you have a little bit up and down. That's, you know, quite normal for access locks. But other than that, it is definitely a super strong lock. Love also the ergonomics on this one. This one's a little bit smaller of a knife. Again, maybe 7.2, you know, inches. And it feels quite comfortable in hand, especially for my hands. I have smaller to medium-sized hands. So really nice. Again, you can put your thumb on that thumb disc right there and just kind of go through cuts. Feels really comfortable. But yeah, that is the Land 842B. Next up, pretty sure I didn't go in order, but this is a newer edition, CJRB Pyrite Light. As you can tell, it is dirty. Sorry about that. But this one is sporting an FRN scale or scales. Oh, wow, this is really dirty, guys. Sorry, these knives have been getting a lot of use lately. And we have a button lock here. So button lock's not traditionally, you know, the most secure, lock for knives, but I really enjoy CJRB's version of the button lock. I feel that it is super secure. Very little minimal, movement. There's super strong lockup, no up and down. It feels good. You know, it's not gonna fail on you. And it is buttery smooth. Super nice. This one really surprised me. You know, I do own the original Pyrite and didn't think that the Pyrite Light was going to be something I'd be interested in just because I love the original Pyrite so much. But this proved me wrong. Very nice finger choil here. Very nice ergonomics on the handle. It feels super secure, super comfortable. And we have a sheep's foot Stonewash AR RPM 9. Kind of like a 9CR equivalent, very utility focused blade, which I absolutely love. And again, that action is great. Perfectly placed thumb studs. You know, I can't say enough good things about this one. Deep carry pocket clip, inset screws, T8s all around. It does not have a captive pivot. I haven't opened this one up yet, but other than that, I'm pretty sure this is not a captive pivot. Nice thin blade stock. This one is an absolute slicer. You will definitely enjoy cutting with this one. Nice little jimps right here, just enough. And again, this one, as soon as you have it in hand, you just want to flick it open, closed, open, closed. You just want to mess with it. So yeah, this one is a definite winner. And for the price, again, prices vary, about 30 bucks. You can get this on Amazon, which is ridiculous for all the value and everything you are getting in this knife. It's crazy. FRN handles, if I didn't mention, I think I did. And it feels really nice in hand. Even though it's FRN, it does not feel cheap. It feels very nice. Nice and sturdy. Also, inset liners. I don't even think I mentioned that in the unboxing video. This right here gives it the rigidity, so it feels real nice. So yeah, definite winner from CJRB. This is the CJRB Light Pyrite. All right, now moving on, here is my Remet Rhino. This is very interesting. I think this is a very underrated knife. You have on the handle here micarta, but to be honest, this isn't a very textured micarta. It's very smooth. I would say maybe it even feels like a G10 just because it is so smooth. It is micarta, but for the micarta, I like more so like my Flightanium scale here. This is way more grippy and smooth. I mean, not smooth, grippier, not smooth. And this one's just super smooth, so something to notice. But other than that, this one is sporting a button actuated liner lock, compression lock style. So as you can tell right here, here's the button. You press that down and you can see the liner in there and it disengages it. Let's see if I can get a good, there you go. So yeah, very interesting lock for this one. I feel like a lot of people, you know, haven't really talked enough about this knife, but it is a great knife. This knife actually, it cut me yesterday. Let me see if I can show you guys where it go. Right here, right there. So super sharp. You have, again, micarta on here, 14C28N. It looks like it to be bead blasted. So some people don't like that look. I absolutely do love it. I like the different, you know, tone that it gives it, kind of a gray finish on the blade. Really, really smooth action on the button actuated liner lock or compression lock. Really nice action as far as it opening and disengaging. It is running on bearings. Nice and thick and big thumb studs. Absolutely love these thumb studs. I wish more companies would use this. I really, really like them. You get really nice purchase on those thumb studs and just flicks out with confidence. Ergonomically, I mean, the design of this is really nice because you can go ahead and grab it from here or choke up on this little landing pad right here. And then this little kind of harpoon on the blade, you can put your thumb on there and really get through cuts. Really, really nice to cut with. A little bit of jimping here on top. Feels okay, not the best. And then this kind of, you know, I wouldn't call it, it's almost like a drop point, but the point is a little bit above of the pivot. So you kind of have to tilt it a little bit more down to get into cuts, but still really, really nice user. And again, that locking system locks it into place. Super solid, no up and down, no side to side. Very, very nice by Remet. Deep carry, inset pocket clip with inset screws. You have milling on the inside in here for weight reduction. Really, really nice. And then all these means of deployment. Again, the thick, big thumb studs. Really nice. You have your fuller here. You can reverse flick it from there. Whoa. And also you have a top flipper right here. Some people say that it's kind of hard to top flip this one, but I find it really easy. It's not too bad. Not the best, but it's also not the worst. So really nice, really nice. I love fidgeting with this knife. Really satisfying when opening this one right here. And it has pretty decent, you know, as far as like tension and stuff when releasing that blade. You can, no, it doesn't come out when you shake it like that. So really nice by Remet. Really cool that they implemented that kind of top liner lock that Vosteed is more known for. But I feel like a lot of people overlook this knife, or they just don't know that it has this style lock on it. So yeah, really cool knife by Remet. This is the Remet Rhino. All right, and lastly, we have my Demko Budget Shark Cub. Really, really cool knife. This was a knife I had been wanting for a while, but it was kind of on the edge of, you know, should I spend my money? What am I really purchasing? You have here FRN scales, or GRN, I believe they call it, kind of the same thing. Deep carry pocket clip, reversible, and you have AUS 10 A as your steel here on a drop point blade, or the slicer grind that they call it. And it is quite slicey. Love the stonewash on this. As you can tell, kind of a different kind of stonewash, you know, more deeper, longer looking, you know, stonewash on this. And you are rocking the Demko Shark Lock. And that's really what sold it for me, that Shark Lock. It is absolutely, you know, satisfying to disengage this knife. Feels super comfortable in hand. This whole area right here really just molds to your hand very, very well. And then you have that little jimping where you can rest your thumb. Again, push cuts on this are super comfortable. And the blade here, again, made for slicing, kind of a mid, you know, flat grind on this, but it's still quite thin. so it gets through cuts really, really well. You have kind of a little extra choil on there too if you want to choke up. Not the most comfortable because this kind of digs into your thumb right here, but it's still, you know, if you're not doing nothing too serious, it feels pretty good. But again, the star of the show is that shark lock, and it's going to give you that security that you need. This thing is super strong. I mean, it is very, very nice to know that you have a very strong locking mechanism for your knife. Not the best as far as like you can fail this pretty easily. It is running on bearings, I believe. I have not opened this one, but it feels super smooth opening, closing. Again, not the best tension on that shark lock. You can fail it quite easily, but you know, if you're trying, you know, you should be good as far as deploying that. And then we have here kind of contoured handles on that GRN, which make this very comfortable. And some people, me included, but I haven't handled the other one, think that the contouring on these GRN handles are a bit better than the flat scales of, let's say, the titanium or whatever other versions this model came out in. So yeah, guys, this is an excellent knife. I absolutely love it. Lots of innovation, I believe, in this knife, and you know, coming from Demko and you know everything they're putting out. So I really wanted to support that and thought this was a very, very attractive model. There's a lot of engineering involved into it, and I think kind of, you know, this is awesome that they came out with a budget version for all us you know, bottom feeders, I guess. Especially me, you know, I don't like to spend, I haven't yet over $100 on a knife, so this is right in my range. So yeah, guys, that is all the knives. Let me go ahead and just kind of put them all out here for you guys. If you guys enjoyed this, go ahead and hit that like button. Also subscribe for more. If you guys have any recommendations or any other locks that you know of in this budget category, go ahead and drop them down below. And I hope you guys have a good one. I will see you guys later. Bye.